Hey everybody, hope everyone is doing well. Wow. Let's talk about the stock markets today. Goodness gracious, keep hitting record highs. The Dow Jones is around 20,000. This is a huge breaking point. Unbelievable. NASDAQ is around 5,500. It felt like it was yesterday that was just around 4,800 or something. But one of the things I also wanted to point out, on the other hand, it doesn't seem that in the last month or month and a half, it's been doing so well for the NASDAQ, especially the NASDAQ 100. And one of the reasons is because the tech companies like Facebook, Apple, Google, and a lot of these other companies, they're just really not excited about some of the recent events. But then again, this can just be a temporary underperformance period, and it's likely that that will change. And it has been in the last week or two. Oil has been doing pretty decent, although it looks like that those gains can go away. And gold hasn't been doing very well. And I know a lot of people out there, they're still gold bugs, but I'm telling you, it's not looking too well for the precious metal. So after all this great performance, where are we really headed? Well, it does seem that this rally is going to continue until Christmas, and then after Christmas or January, I really feel that we're going to have a good, decent correction. 5% is very likely, and if not, that can happen in February. So we could really see a correction because we really haven't had a serious correction since January, February of this year. Although you can call Brexit a correction, but that was pretty short-lived. So we can seriously expect one. But then again, that correction is not going to be really a big deal compared to the correction that I really see in the coming months and possibly years. So this bull market has been going on since the spring of 2009. And it has been really over 7 years. Believe it or not, bull markets do last for about 7 years, 10 years, and it does seem like any time that we are due for at least a short-term bear market, at least a short-term economic contraction. Now the question is, how much is it going to be? When is it going to be? It's very difficult to say, but you have to look into these indicators. So it is likely that, of course, we can have a contraction, a good, decent one, 10%, maybe up to 30% in late 2017 or 2018. Now, I just don't see that one in early next year because there has to be some signs of weaknesses. We have seen some, but not too much. We have to see the unemployment rate go up. We have to see some decline in growth activity. And of course, these can be the indicators that it's probably a good time to sell and get out of the market. Now, I've heard about this conspiracy that they're trying to tank the economy to make some people look weak. And by the way, there are some signs. These rising interest rates are a sign, believe it or not. This is sort of like a replay of 2005, 2006, 2007. So what this means, and we've seen just recently in the last 60 days, these mortgage rates have been going up a lot. And they keep climbing, believe it or not. And that, of course, is going to slow down the housing market, and it's likely that we can see some contraction in the coming months. So keep in mind. Now, I'm not talking about total doom and gloom. Don't get me wrong, but of course, every 7 years, every 10 years, we are due for a decent size correction. And keep in mind, depending on how you look at it, we do have a student loan bubble, and we also have a healthcare bubble. And real estate, depending on how you look at it, in some markets is a bubble, and in some markets it is overvalued, and it really needs to correct. And real estate values going up, they're really not good for the economy when you think about it. So I think these price declines are pretty necessary. But other than that, in the long run, 5-10 years, I feel as if I'm quite bullish for the overall stock market, and I'm just not as bullish, and I'm quite bearish for the commodities market. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not financial advice. Don't take my advice into a way that you're going to be changing your positions. I'm not guaranteeing you anything. But on the other hand, these are my forecasts. These are what I see based on the research that I actually have. Anyway, Christmas is around the corner. Merry Christmas to everybody. And happy 2017. What a very exciting, promising year it is going to be. Wow, I'm very, very excited. A lot of bullish opportunities, a lot of great events. And speaking about that, by the way, hopefully this will be the year where I'll be officially relocating to Las Vegas, and I will be hopefully gathering my exciting plans, my exciting projects. Make no mistake, I can support myself. I do have the money for a down payment for a single family home, but I gotta wait. It's a better time to see if home values go down, and then you buy it at the bottom, and then it would be more appropriate to do so. So stay tuned. I'll have more updates to come. And by the way, I've been doing a lot of research about this guy. I've gotten some messages about this so-called forecaster and individual. Some people have shared his videos. The individual's name is Mike Status. I'm going to have a video exposing the guy, telling you what I think about him, so stay tuned. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Take it easy.